I don't think I've ever shown you how to create a junk journal cover with a window and a laminated specimen, and today I plan to do so. These were made with just recycled packaging, some fabric, laminated specimens, and some scrapbooking paper. And you may think this is difficult and complicated, but it really isn't that much different to making a regular junk journal cover from cereal boxes. Hello everyone, it's Dragana at Saacibo. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I've been meaning to create junk journal covers such as these three for a while. I had them all cut out and ready to be dressed with beautiful fabrics, and I even picked some of the specimens for them. But then I remembered that about a month ago, sometime in September, I went on a really long walk in this beautiful park with my husband and our dogs. As usual, I picked up a lot of specimens, a lot of flowers and leaves. Here they are in my press. I've done a video on that, I think 3 years ago. I will link it down below if you would like to know more about the whole process of drying and pressing specimens. Today I thought we'll go through them quickly and pick some that we can use to create junk journal covers such as this. These are some of the ones that I've sort of started creating. I have cut up the covers, cut up all the scrapbooking paper, so almost everything. I just have to pick the fabric and decide on which specimen to use. Because they're not done yet, I was thinking I will look through all my new specimens and see if I have something nicer. For example, that's a really old specimen. It lost a little bit of color, and I haven't picked any specimens for this one. But these two I've used die cutting shapes to create a hole, but because it's not a straight line here, it's rather wavy, it would be difficult to do this with fabric over. So I've written myself a note here, and it says napkins then paint, which means glue napkins over, paint it rather than use fabric. And if you're interested to see that process, I'm happy to do a tutorial on that. Just let me know if that's something that you would like to see. And before we move on with the project, and I forget, I want to show you the latest freebie. It is a mini kit called Beautiful Daughters of the World. It has 5 pages with 3 tags each and an extra page with just the words. Whether you are a parent or a grandparent to a daughter or granddaughter, or whether you are a daughter yourself, this kit is for you. I wanted to remind you that you are all beautiful, precious, confident, brave, unique, proud, independent, courageous, cherished, loved, blessed, smart, fierce, treasured, and strong. Don't you ever forget that. I love you all, and thank you for being the best audience. Now let's take a look at each one. And as always, to get my freebies, please visit my website. Link is up on the screen and also below the video in the description field. Once you're there on the free download page, simply close the ads that pop up. The best way to get the images is to look for the image you wish to download, click on it, and it should open up in a new window. Now you can right-click on it and choose to print or save to your computer. You do not need to register, pay, or install anything. I do not ask for anything in return. If you click on any of the ads by mistake and they ask for payment, subscription, or your details, or to install something, just know it is not me. Do not provide your information. If you wish to share my freebies, I would appreciate if you share the link to my website. Please do not sell or share them in a digital form as a freebie anywhere else. It is okay to use printed version of all my freebies in the journals that you make and sell. And most importantly, have fun with them. Alright, so let's take a look at my specimens. Here we go. I better not lose these parts. And I will remove that as well. So exciting. Let's go. Oh, that's a pretty one. Love this. I wonder what I'm gonna do with that one. It's a bit big for my journals, but that one too. I've never seen grass like this before. That's amazing. That's a nice one too. I love collecting samples of different grasses. They're just pretty, I think. Great to make, for example, belly bands or bookmarks. That's a nice one too. It's also a type of grass, I think. I'll just spread them like this so that we can see them better. Love that one. I'm gonna keep these little bits and pieces. They are great for making botanical handmade papers, whether with napkins or real handmade papers. Oh, there's more of that grass. I had a bit of a mishap today. Luckily, it didn't happen while I was revealing these plants. Oh, that's gorgeous. Almost like a snowflake. Beautiful. I started recording the introduction of the video and I thought I was done, and I went to check and nothing was recorded. And then I tried again, and then I realized I have done an update on my phone and it just changed something in my settings. So every time a message came through, it would just stop recording. Oh, nice. I love these. So cute. The tiny ones. More of that. Very interesting. It reminds me a little bit of chamomile, but I don't think it's chamomile. That's a cute one. These have changed color. Some of them turned brown and some turned blue. But they would be great in handmade papers. Oh, more of these ones. Love these. That's a cute one. I just love these. Gorgeous. Oh, that's a big one. More of these. More of that grass. I'll just put that there like so. I think I've already know what I'm going to do on one of the journals. Can you guess? One of these plants is the perfect shape for it. Maybe this is chamomile. More of these small ones. A few more left. Oh, some different ones. That's the same. We've got one more of these. And the blue ones look good. What do we have in here? More of the yellow ones. Okay. Most of them are just wildflowers and grasses. And I think that's the last one. Oh, the little purple ones. I'm going to use this palette knife to try and lift them off. They're really delicate. So that's it. Okay, let's see. I'm thinking, how about if I use one of these? I really like them. And for that one, I had this avocado tree leaf, which wasn't bad. But I think I want something more exciting. Maybe something like that would be interesting. And then here for this one, I need some smaller ones. Okay, I'll have that one there. And let's see if one of these would fit. That one looks good. And I'm thinking perhaps that one, I will just take that off and just use the flower. Okay, let's laminate these three. And I'll put these away. If you're wondering how I store these, this is my solution. I use recycled cellophane and some brown paper from the bags. I find that it works all right. A lot of these specimens are more than 3 years old and they still have nice color. They haven't changed the color much. All right. My old laminator is on. I'm going to use one of these A4 size laminating pouch, 80 or 160 thickness. Okay, one more thing to pay attention to. You see the flower? That's how it looks on that side. That's how it looks on that side. So you have to decide which side you want on the front cover. I prefer to have that side on the front cover. So it actually matters how I place this. So if that's going to be the front, like so, they have to be arranged that way. I'll just put an X mark. I'm going to place this underneath, not inside of the pouch, just underneath, and I might have to turn it that way. I want to laminate this in a way that I don't have to cut much later on. So I'm going to open it up now. So that one is meant to go there. That's the back, so I'm going to leave the front here. That one also has the front and the back. And then in the end, I've decided to use this for that one there. Okay, so that one's done. Now we have to do those two. And I'm thinking that's not enough space there, but it's enough space here. That way I can see that everything is within the frame. And then for that one there, I can push this one out a little bit now. I think it's better if I place it this way. I can also push this one out. With this one, it doesn't really matter what's front and what's back, but there is enough space there. And I will just put a mark here. Actually, I'll go that way. Just so I know where to cut, just a few dots. Okay, this one was up to there. That one's there. That means I still have that little area there unused, so I can place another specimen perhaps. I found this one from before, so I'll just place that there and maybe I'll use it for something else. So now I can close this. Okay, and remove that. I don't need that for now. My laminator is really old. It doesn't have temperature settings. So what I like to do is place the pouches inside some packaging paper. I find that that works out all right for me. I am going to just feed it. Just have to wait patiently. Almost done. Good. Let's take a look. Okay, it looks all right for now. Hopefully nothing moved. So I can just cut this. Fits nicely. Okay, beautiful. I'm very happy with that one. I might have to trim it a little bit, maybe up to there, here, here. Don't really need it that big. That's the top bit. Nice, really good. I don't have to cut each one separately and glue. This is going to save me a lot of time, but I will have to cut it. I don't want it going all the way to the edges because I need to glue the fabric around. So I'm going to just trim this. So we have the specimens ready. I have all the parts already cut. I've actually quickly went and cut a different scrapbooking paper. I kind of didn't really like that one anymore for this. I've changed my mind. I'd rather have this green one with the leaves. So each of these covers is constructed of 2 pieces of cardstock. You can see here where I've glued it together, face to face and glued, so that the rough side is on the outside and the printed side is on the inside, just to make it sturdier. The front, the spine and the back. And I've also cut scrapbooking paper that's going to go on the inside. I can't wait to complete this. So now I have to cut the fabric. I have a few fabrics here that I think might work, so I'll just have to select 3, I guess. I still have a little bit of that fabric left. This was a gift from my friend Aida. Oh yeah, she gifted me those 2 as well. Love them, really beautiful fabrics, and I think I want to use that one. I'm just not sure on which. I think I'm going to use that one with this here. I love this one too. I think that one would be good with that. And for this one, no. I think that one. And I've got some strips of dyed cotton that I'm going to use for the inside of the spine. Maybe this small one for that, and those 2 here. Let's cut the fabrics. I think with these covers, the front will have quite a few holes, so it doesn't really matter what's there, but it would be nice to have that one on the back, that flower. Let's see if this tape can be removed. I'm going to just cut it off. I think I'll have enough. All right. So I'm leaving about 1/2 inch on each side. I'm going to cut this tape bit off. Would actually be a great side decoration in a journal. It's got the paper on the back. I can use it. Let's cut this one. It's a really beautiful fabric. Thank you so much, Ada. I've been hoarding them for a few months. I just had to. And then when I thought of this project, I thought, oh, they're perfect for this. Trim here too. This one has a direction too. Oh, that's perfect. I'll have plenty to fold over. Okay. Here. I'm going to glue this one first. Here are some of the glues. You can use white glue, just regular white craft glue. You can use silicone glue, or you can use just acetone-based glue. That one as well is acetone-based glue, but I've used it all up when I was making the other 3 journals. It's the same thing, just a different brand. This one dries faster, but it does have a strong acetone smell. This one takes the longest to dry. This one I find is a little bit difficult to spread, although it works great on fabric. But I'm gonna need a lot of it, and I don't think I have enough for all of the journals. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna go with the white glue. I'm just gonna use it like this, straight from the bottle. And I'm gonna spread it with this silicone brush. Nicely all the way to the edges. This glue doesn't dry that fast, so it's a bit easier to work with. Aceton-based glues dry really fast, and then you have to be really quick. You can't add glue to all 3 parts and then glue. You have to do one by one. All right, let's get our fabric. If you happen to have one of these tools, they're really useful when you're gluing fabric because you have that spacer. If you don't, you can just use something. For example, you can use these meat skewers. I'm going to use them just to show you. You can also put one at the bottom like that. That way all your pieces are going to be aligned. Just going to spread the glue a little bit from this side. Nice. I have a bit too much here, so I'm just going to trim. Now I'm going to get my mat, cutting mat, my knife, and I'm going to cut from the corner like so on a diagonal. Okay, now straight. Here. That's it. So now we just have to glue that. I might use this glue now because it's just easier to apply and it will dry faster. Spreading it. When I do this part, it's easier to do it with the faster drying glue. Okay. Done. Let's just see what it's going to look like. It's going to be so pretty. This fabric is the perfect match for that. Now we just do the rest. I'm going to just do this. We've done this so many times. I think you all know how to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm going to use this glue. Forgot to cut the notches here. It's something I like to do just to avoid the bulk there. Push that in and then fold, 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 push that in, fold. The same on this side. Just a little notch that's V-shaped. I'm not sure if everyone does it, but I do it. Pinch that there. going to start by adding the glue to the center first. I'm going to fold it like this. We didn't put any glue here in between. We're going to do that now. Okay. So now you push in there first. Good. And the same on this side. Where's our specimen? I've got this tape, which is like masking tape. So once you're happy with the placement, just put the tape I don't want that going so far, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put it there and put that book on top. Okay, I'm going to glue these parts to the fabric, everything but this part here, and then we'll do that together. The same goes for that one, and then I will be back. I've glued the fabric to all three pieces. With circles, it is a little bit more work than with, for example, a rectangle like that. With the circle, you have to do quite a few little cuts. So I just go like this, get a sharp knife, and just do little cuts. This is probably hard to see, so I'm just gonna draw like this. Okay. I hope you see better now. So you just make little cuts like that all the way around. I hope you see where the cuts are. Okay. Now I grab smaller scissors and I just do this. You can do it a different way. You can do this. Just start somewhere and then cut this part first and then do little notches with your scissors. You can do that if that is easier for you. Just like that. So either scissors or knife. They've all been cut. I'm going to use this glue. So just apply the glue around one of them. We'll do one by one. And then you spread nicely. You'll have to excuse my fingers, they're covered in glue. Just keep pushing out. Look how nice that is. Very nice and round. Okay. And then you do the next one. You just apply the glue around, Spread it. It's a little bit easier when it's lying flat on the desk than if you're holding it in your hands. There's so much glue on my hands. I'm having a lot of fun. I even like how that looks. I have trimmed and inked the papers and they fit nicely. Now my specimen. Let's do the shorter sides first. I can't really put it there, it's going to be visible. You don't have to put it all the way around, just enough to hold it in place. Now obviously the next step would be to glue that over. I'm using this acetone based glue. Now it's just a matter of gluing that to that. I've applied the glue. Love that. I've never done a journal like this. That one is also glued. This is going to be so easy compared to the round one. You just make cuts in the corners towards the center like this. And then you can either use your knife or scissors and you just go around and cut like so. Okay, make sure they're all separated and then you just apply the glue. We'll do half and then half because this glue seems to dry so fast. Now this side. So cute. Ah, I love this one. And that's the last one that needs to be glued. Wow, I'm so happy with these. When you think about it, it's not all that different to making specimen cards with just cardstock. In this case, on one side you have fabric and on the other you have paper, cardstock. I can't tell you how happy I am with these ones. Oh, I was thinking perhaps in the next video I can share with you my formula for creating signatures. I hope you enjoy this. I hope it was helpful. And I hope you don't think it's too complicated or difficult, because even if you do put a little bit more effort into it, I think it's totally worth it. I don't think anyone else will have a journal like yours if you put your own flowers inside, especially if they're ones from your garden or your favorite park or your favorite holiday spot. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope I see you soon in the next video. Bye for now.